Hey everybody, and welcome to the second week of Research and Program Evaluation here at Liberty University. I'm excited to say that we have survived week one. What I will be doing over the next couple of days is giving you a lot of feedback on your proposal topic so you have some good direction for your next assignment this week. I will try to have those to you hopefully before you even get this announcement, quite frankly. But if not, by Tuesday evening. So I'm busy at work on those, and this week you are doing a lot of studying and looking at the difference between quantitative and qualitative research and mixed methods research. And for the most part, what you will do for your research proposal assignment is you will develop a quantitative study. Because later on in this term you're going to be asked to select assessments that you'll use to measure the various constructs that are of interest to you. So my dog wants to join us. So let's say that you decide that you're interested in studying the effect of Great Dane panting on the happiness of counselor educators. You could probably easily measure Great Dane panting if you can hear her like I can hear her, because she's pretty loud. And she's stinky too, but y'all might not can hear and smell that, thank goodness. But you would want to have a way to measure happiness, and there's all kinds of assessments to measure happiness. And because that would be a quantifiable variable, you'd want to have a quantitative research study. Now this upcoming week you're going to be doing your proposal introduction, which frankly I find real challenging in this class because it's hard to write the introduction when you aren't even really sure what you're going to do yet. So I'm pretty gentle with my grading of the introduction. Just try to meet the rubric requirements and do your best. It will be very likely that your study will change as you go through the process, but you won't have to go back and rewrite these sections if you decide to take a different track, so don't worry about that. You also have a quiz this week, and it'll be on the information from Chapter 2. I talked a little bit about that in my written announcement. But mostly what I just wanted you to do is to note that this week might be a little bit challenging for you, and to do your best and recognize that we will get through this. This week I will be participating in the Association for Assessment and Research in Counseling National Conference here in Phoenix, Arizona. We have about 150 of the greatest research and assessment minds coming into Phoenix to talk about their projects, to present on research methods, research ideas, assessment strategies, things that I find very exciting and you might find very boring, but I'm kind of a research nerd. So I'm going to try to get you a little excited about it. One of our plenary guests this week is a gentleman who has been an innovator and entrepreneur for a number of years, and he runs an innovation think tank in Canada. His name is Dan Buchner, and a couple of his stories, probably my favorite, the quickest one, is he invented the Swiffer. I just think that's really cool to know who invented the Swiffer, something I use all the time, so I think that's really cool. But from a research perspective, let me tell you about one of his other projects that he was involved in. Dan was involved in working with the BMW Corporation. BMW's logo is the ultimate driving experience. And so what they were interested in is what is the ultimate driving experience and what causes drivers to have a less than ultimate driving experience. What causes drivers anxiety? So they did all kinds of tests where they put people in driving situations that were both good and challenging, and what they were trying to measure were the things that people enjoyed about driving, but they were also trying to measure things that made people anxious while driving. And if you think about your own driving experience, there might be a few things that make you a little bit anxious when you drive. Well, one of the things that they uncovered is that the thing that makes us most anxious when driving is backing up. Makes sense, right? We can't really see, we're not really sure, there's a lot of unknowns, it's a little uncomfortable, it's very different from going straight. And so this research, which uncovered the fact that backing up was our greatest stressor as a driver, worked into a task force that ended up developing the backup camera. So he headed up the development of the backup camera that most of you probably have in your cars now. I have it in one of my cars because I tend to buy really old cars and hold on to them for a really long time. But I've at least driven rentals that have backup cameras in them. And it's so cool to be able to see where you're going, right? That's one of the ways that research translates into action. And I think that's very exciting. So I hope that you have a wonderful week. Just know that I might be a little bit slower to respond via email on Thursday, Friday, Saturday while I'm knee deep in that conference. As the president of the division, I do have a lot on my plate for that conference, but I'm also super excited about it. I'll respond as soon as I can, and be sure to use that community and collaboration center if you have questions that maybe your peers can answer and maybe you don't need me to answer. That's a great part of the discussion board. So if you have anything that I can help you with, let me know, and I will do my best to be in touch along the way. And Miss Gia got to go to the vet today. Yes, she did. And she's gained a little weight. She's 141 pounds, so she might have to go on a little doggy diet. But she's a love, and she thinks she's a chihuahua, and she really would like to be in my lap right now. So I'm not going to let that happen. She's really heavy. And anyway, I hope y'all have a great week, and I will talk with you next week.